Sneemaster!
Hi everyone, Sneemaster here to talk about the Origin M50. The M50 started as a dedicated racing ship in 2920, after Origin's experience with a 350R indicated it could do well with racing. In 2936, the UEE asked for the M50 to be modified to also function as an interceptor, so it now has 2 guns and 2 missiles. The M50 is known as a very fast and agile ship. It's pretty much just a big engine with a cockpit strapped to it. Very little shielding or armor, and the weapons aren't the toughest, but it can get in and out of danger zones very well. It has a combat speed of 246 meters per second, and a max speed of 1,343 meters per second. It's amazing for low-level flying over moons and planets, as it can fly over and around terrain, as long as you watch what you're doing. It's so fast you have to actively keep from crashing into things, so keep your eyes open when flying the ship. I get distracted often, and I died quite often while flying the ship, especially making these videos. The M50 has 2 size 1 shields. It won't hold up against much fire, but is normally fast enough to dodge if you're a good pilot. There are 2 size 2 guns, by default M4A laser cannons, and 2 size 1 missiles. If you can keep the guns on a target while dodging, you can eventually take down a lot of ships. Total health seems to be about 5,221 hit points, which is pretty low, so try not to get hit. There is no cargo on the M50. There are 2 size 1 hydrogen fuel tanks, 1 size 1 quantum drive, and 1 size 1 quantum fuel tank. It's not a long-range ship, but with such a small weight, it doesn't use much fuel either, unless you're doing fancy acrobatics. According to lore, the M50 was further modified in 2945, and is used heavily by the UEE Navy to catch enemy ships before they hit their targets, or to take down fleeing ships, as well as spotting them for the rest of the fleet to take care of. Many outlaws hate the M50 for this role. The M50 goes for $100 in time-limited sales, or 1.19 million UEC in-game. In-game, the M50 is a well-loved racing ship among pilots. You may get a little more speed when racing by dropping weapons and missiles, but even without that, it is plenty fast. It's just a few meters per second slower than the 350R in straight speed, but it is much lighter and more agile than the 350R, so it's great at turning corners or dodging weapons, even turrets. Just watch those G-forces when you turn. For orgs, the M50 would be very useful in a military role as a pathfinder and interceptor. A flight of M50s can easily harass most enemies, or zip in and out to relay positions to the rest of the fleet. It can also be used for scouting congested areas with lots of debris where bigger ships might collide. Pirates can use the M50 along with a quantum enforcement ship, like the Mantis, to catch prey easily. The Mantis can pull them out of quantum travel, and the M50s can keep them from escaping with regular thrust. Just bring another ship with heavy weapons for heavily shielded ships. The M50 is also small enough that you can often shove a few inside larger ships, like a Caterpillar or Starfarer, and then spring them for a surprise attack like you would use snub ships for. Alright, so that's it for the Origin M50. The ship is fun to fly, but watch your piloting. Drop me a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe. If you're new to Star Citizen, you can use my referral code to get an extra 5,000 credits in-game. Check out my Patreon if you'd like to help me out. Okay, catch you all next time.